Hey, Loves, how are you? I'm going to do a little bit of prep for the Higher Self series. There's been quite a bit coming in already, and some things become very, very apparent to me. I am definitely committed to the 22 videos, but I've been shown after multiple days that we're needing a bit more space than just the 22 days. I'm kind of seeing like a rhythm of maybe a video every 2 to 3 days. We're going to let it unfold organically because all I've really been sensing is that this is a much bigger topic than just the inner union. And so we're going to need some more space to really integrate and embody into what's coming through. Okay. And I've also been guided to suggest potentially having a notebook or a sketch pad available. Not so much that you have to necessarily take notes about what I'm saying in particular, but that you have a free space available for your higher self to communicate with you in a very physically tangible way. Because sometimes the higher self communicates through symbols or images or words. And so it can be helpful to have a notebook or sketch pad where you give yourself full permission to be uncensored, but also to not have any expectations or judgments of what you're putting onto the paper. This can be a really, really powerful exercise in building that trust with yourself and that higher self communication, but also it's a space where you can really begin to deepen your exploration of your ability to co-create your manifestations of what you want to build in your life, in your foundation. So it's like this really beautiful middle ground of where you are the human experiencing life on this earth and knowing some of the things that you want to feel or experience in your life. And then also allowing your higher self and your true original soul blueprint to start to download into the book, right? So it's when we talk about that original soul blueprint, right? Now you have your notebook or your sketch pad or both. And now you have a space to start to draw that blueprint out for yourself. And it's beautiful because you can tear pages out, you can flush them, you can burn them, you can keep them. It's yours for you, uncensored, in whatever way feels right for you as you go on this explorative journey. Okay. And it's really about deepening your trust with yourself, with your intuition, with your higher knowledge for yourself, and also bringing that higher energy and essence into your physical body as you've been unraveling and dissolving the past patterns, the past codependence, or any of the trauma that's been dissolving out of your system. Now there's more and more space for your actual soul essence to come into your cells. And the more that we get into the body, into our own body, the less space there is for illness or other energies to come into our energetic system because we are housing our cells in our body. And so it's a really beautiful way to release and unravel any places we may have been leaking our energy or feeling disempowered in our energetic system. So I think there's going to be quite a bit that comes through with this series. You take it at your own pace, but from connecting with the group, I'm seeing that this is going to be um, a journey where we are going to need more space as we move into this exploration. And there's already been a huge shift on the channel and in our community. Even just yesterday's, the last sessions that I've been doing, there's been a definite shift within what you guys are asking for. And the sessions have been very, very um big and productive with connecting to more and more of the higher self essence and creating more of that space. I had someone ask this morning, um, should she just be going in and trusting herself, or is it okay to get support? That she was working a lot on her own and then felt that she, got to a point where she could use the support. And I told her that it's like what I found for myself was that I would, I do and will do whatever I can on my own. But if I reach a point where I'm unable to see things or I'm stuck, I'm definitely comfortable with getting myself support personally, because it's not about the other person doing it for you. If you find the right people to support you that resonate with you, it's going to actually help expand where you are on your journey. And so that for those of you that resonate with me and the work that we do here, I'm sure that that's what you've been finding. I know many of you have said just watching the videos have helped open up new perspectives for you. What I believe is that that information was always there, but maybe you just didn't even know it was there, and it kind of gets um, opened up, and then you're like, oh, okay, I have all this information inside of me, and now I can move forward with it. With that, I just all of a sudden felt guided to even pull a couple other cards to just see if there's anything else that we can know to start to prepare deeper for this higher self embodiment energy. And for it's coming through any of you on that like divine counterpart journey, this tapping into your higher self essence is where, well, it doesn't even have to be the counterpart. It can just be anybody on this ascension journey, this evolutionary journey. Connecting with and embodying our higher self more and more is actually how we work with sustaining those 5D energies into the physical world. Okay. It's that bridge. And then as we bring it into the body, we actually become that bridge for those frequencies. And I think a lot of you guys have already experienced this. It's something that we're learning how to do. And becoming more comfortable with the process of this evolution and this ascension while we're choosing to stay in physical form, which is the embodiment of that higher self versus leaving and ascending off planet. We're choosing to ascend while maintaining physicality, which is super exciting. So let's see what else we got. Okay. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. Love this. So it's like taking the wisdom of what our ancestors have experienced in physicality, what we've learned being here, and then coupling that wisdom with our higher self wisdom. And this is a deep gift for the higher self as well, because as you invite your higher self and that part of your soul back home to the body, there's parts of you now and your soul that get to experience what it feels like to be in physicality on earth. And so this is also a gift for the higher self to be able to come in and experience earth, okay? And connecting with the wisdom and the gorgeousness of physicality that the ancestors and you have been experiencing. And it's also coming through that there's like the ancient wisdom of the ancestors that were here on earth before, like the fall, before we were disconnected from that higher power. And so it's also reconnecting and reestablishing that wisdom. So connecting what was with what is now and also with the potential of where we're headed and bringing all of those potentials together in one space. And this is the vision. Actually, now that I look at this card, this is a vision similar to what I was seeing. Every time I was connecting in with the energy of what to share with you guys, I just kept seeing like this big, huge, like chasm, but not in a bad way. It was like there's just so much information. There's so much more to who we are than what we understand right now that we're going to need a bigger boat. We're going to need more space and time to truly absorb and integrate and embody just how magnificent we are as humans and just how much potential we have through this embodiment of our higher self, but also how much potential our physical human form is actually capable of as we lift and move through the clouds and get into the clarity of who we truly are. Okay. And it's not a race, okay? And I love that it came through. It's like my own internal masculine is more comfortable with holding these commitments in these containers, but I noticed it was like, okay, but also realizing and not being so rigid to say, I said 22 days and I'm going to do it in those 22 days. It was like, oh no, okay, we need a lot more space. And so we're going to give it space to organically unfold in divine timing. I'm still committed to the 22 days, but we're going to give that fluid, feminine flow a bit more space so that these energies and essences of the inner union, deepening the inner masculine and feminine dance, but then incorporating more and more of our higher self within our physical human form. And of course, it feels very much that the inner child is going to have a spotlight here with us as well through this series. So, this is going to be a dance and really giving all of us the opportunity to drop deeper into that inner union with our inner masculine and feminine, while also honoring our human self and our higher self and the inner child, and letting ourselves receive the wisdom of the higher self, the wisdom of the ancestors, and our own experiences on earth, and coupling it with all of the other work that we've already been doing with the inner union. Okay. So this is big. We're working with a lot of different facets, but this is who we are. We're multi-dimensional beings learning how to be multi-dimensional in physical form. Okay. And so we're just going to allow the process to unfold. I do feel guided to get one more. Ah, beautiful. Heart home, compassion. And so it's really all of it is leading back to the heart, right? The higher self, the physical human, the masculine, the feminine, the inner child, all of our aspects, our physical wisdom, our higher wisdom, all bringing all of those pieces into the heart of who we are, into our heart center, but then also understanding that we as physical humans are the connection to all of it. We, in essence, are the heart of these energies. Your physical body is the home, is the heart home, okay? Where you're inviting all of the beautiful pieces of who you are to come online, to feel safe, to come into physicality, to allow yourself to learn how to work with these parts of yourself, to self master. And wow, there's a lot. I'm really excited for this journey with you. And for those of you that feel called to be here with me, grateful for your connection. I'm grateful for your service to yourself, to the planet, to your heart. All right, loves, I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to see you on February 1st when if you're here watching it with me live. If not, enjoy it whenever you find this because it will be the perfect timing for you. We're going to allow this to unfold naturally and organically over these next 22 videos. All right, loves, I love you so much. Hope you have a beautiful day. And as always, I like to hear from you. Love you and appreciate you.